When I first got into fountain pen, I thought I would never buy a pen more expensive than $50, but my last purchase was the Pilot Decimo, and it's more than $200 Canadian. And now I'm dreaming about the day where I'll be able to afford a Raiden Galaxy. They're so pretty, but so expensive. So last time I shared with you my entry range fountain pens, and today I'm gonna show you those that I would consider mid-range fountain pens. I've still included the Décimo, even if I would consider it a higher range, because one, I don't have enough pens to warrant like one higher range fountain pen video. And also there is a stainless steel version that is more affordable. I haven't kept track of the price at which I bought each of the fountain pen in this video, but I'd say that for a lot of them, they were a lot less expensive 5 or 6 years ago, so fountain pens are a good investment. So as you can see, I have less pen in this higher mid-range than in my beginner fountain pen video. So the following fountain pens are going to be in chronological order from when I got them. So you can see my process and my whole story behind these fountain pens. My entry into the more expensive fountain pen world was given to me by a dear friend. It is the Lamy LX in Rose-Gold. It is very similar to the All-Star. The few differences are in the hardware. As you can see, it is matching the pen. There's also like this metal at the bottom and the top instead of plastic on the All-Star. There is also more detailing in the nibs. You can get the nib in gold, but this is just a stainless steel one. It definitely feels more premium. I don't have an All-Star, but compared to the Safari, it's not that much heavier, but it have a little more weight. The extra fine nib on the Lamy is very, very fine. There is some variation, as you might already know, between the Lamy nibs. Like some fines are bolder, but this extra fine is almost scratchy. It's so fine for a German nib, at least. And as always, you can so easily swap them out. So that's a fun one. As for my beginner video, you have the tri-grip. I don't mind it. I find it's comfortable. The other difference is the packaging. It comes in a tube. Maybe I'll find it. I'm not sure where I put it, because I don't think it's really useful to like put it back in the tube, and it's quite bulky to carry around, so it's nice when you receive the gift, but I have not found any utility for it yet. As for other Lamys, it has the proprietary cartridges and converters that you can get. The first fountain pen at a higher range that I got myself is the Caran one. You can find an old video of me on this channel. I watched it to find out what price I bought this one, because it's a lot more expensive right now. And oh my god, baby Caro is so cute. I had like this tiny little voice. Anyways, so if you want to watch the whole separate review, you can find it there. I love that pen. Like I said in that video, like the clicking noise is just so good. I love it. And so it's a metal body with a lacquer on top, and there's so many cute colors. When I got it, I had choice between neon pink, neon yellow, and I just went with the white. But I've made the mistake to look it up online to see the price and find that there was a limited edition of Paul Smith, and the color combo are so cute. There's like purple and blue and a more teal one, but I don't need any more pen right now. Please convince me not to buy it. So I took the medium nib on that one, and I like that it's on a more of the drier side. So with inks like Yamabudo, I really get the more fuchsia in it instead of the deep wine color. I love that it used international cartridges and converter, and I never use it capped because it's like, it's a little, I feel it's a little long and it's a tiny bit wobbly, but yeah, I use it like that. It's quite a small barrel, but for my small hands, it's all good, it's comfortable. But maybe if you have bigger hands, it's a little too small. So it's still one of my favorite pens, and I would not hesitate to purchase another one. I would like to have a fine nib in this model. And now that there's the beautiful purple, no, I can't do it. So for this next one, I have 3 of them because I've got the medium nib at first in the demonstrator, and I really wanted the fine nib, so I bought another one. But then there was only one missing, and I had to get them their sibling. So yeah, that's how I got 3 of them. I really love that pen too. I'm not usually a fan of the cigar form, but the clear color got me. I'm a child of the 90s, and just the clear color, it just takes me back to my Nintendo 64 clear purple controller. And yeah, like pink, blue, and clear, excuse me, it's adorable. So this is on the wetter side. The medium nib is very, very wet, so it's good for more pastel colors. You can have them be readable instead of in drier pens, it's barely legible. But with those, when I often use it with purple mist, which is a very pale purple color, and then I have Hanaikada right now, and in this one it's a very more pronounced pink than in some drier pens. The con that would go with that is that if you have a more feathery or liquid ink, it has a lot of feathering. For example, when I put Bleu Océan from G. Herbin, it's Feather City. So the medium nib is extremely smooth. The fine has a little feedback, but I wouldn't call it scratchy. It's very fine. There's a big difference, I feel, between the fine nib and the medium nib. As for platinum, it's that word is so hard. Proprietary cartridges and a converter. So I have 2 converter, one in gold. Silver would be best, but whatever, it's the only color they had in stock when I got it. And it's super easy to take apart for cleaning. I've had a little staining on the feeds, but I usually color coordinate my inks, so I keep pinks in that one and blue in that one, and it depends for the clear one, but it's really not a big deal. Next we have this tiny little thing, the Kaweco liliput in the brass waves. It's so small, it's very cute, and it's the best fidget toy. Like, it's so fun to just feel the waves. It's very small. It's not a pen that you like write super long sessions with it. Is it a little smaller? Oh, it's the same size almost as the Caran dash. So I'm not sure why it's a little less comfortable. Probably the length. Anyways, maybe it's in my head and it should be comfortable, but yeah, I find that I don't write for long with it. But it's the best pen to just throw in your purse or in your bag. It feels so sturdy. As for the Kaweco Sport, you can easily swap out the nibs, so that's a plus. It only fits like a small international cartridge. The Kaweco Sport converter doesn't fit in there, it's too long. And it has this distinct like brass smell, but I don't mind. I didn't mind the noodler like resin smell, so I don't have a strong sense of smell. Anyways, another thing to note is that brass will patina. So it was super gold at first, like this one mechanical pencil. It was like very golden and shiny, and with time you get like a custom patina on it, and I don't mind it. I find it really nice and like it's custom to you. But if you'd like, you can spend time and buff and shine your little pens. Also, the unscrewing and screwing back on It really takes like 10 seconds. It's not a big deal for me. I don't think it's too finicky, and I like how secure and solid it feels when it's in your bag. And finally, my last baby, my more recent purchase, the Pilot Decimo in medium, in violet, which is more lilac in my opinion, but we could argue over color names forever. This is the most expensive pen I've ever bought, but I had Christmas gift money and I decided to treat myself to this one because I really wanted a clickable pen, like to take notes quick. It's so pretty. It's also my first gold nib and it is so smooth. I bought the medium and as soon as I got it, it was like, I kind of want to get a small one next. The medium is on the bigger medium size, I would say. Like it's bigger than a Lamy medium, but it's smaller than the platinum medium. So a few years ago when I was looking around in my favorite stationery shop in Montreal called Nota Bene, you have to visit if you're in Montreal, the employee made me try his own Pilot Vanishing Point. And I was very surprised at how comfortable it was. I've heard all this talk about how the clip was in an awkward spot and it was not fun to hold, but yeah, I was really surprised to find out that it wasn't annoying for me at all. So maybe for that one, if you have the opportunity to try it before buying it. For me, the advantage of having the clickable option, I know there's a few other clickable pens, but I don't find them very pretty. The Pilot converter, Con40, is really, really small, but I change my ink pretty frequently, so that's not really a problem for me. If you wanted to have a longer writing experience, you can use cartridges and fill them with the syringe. But the medium nib is smooth. I would say it's a like medium wet nib. And yeah, it's really like my favorite pen at the moment. And I can't wait for the day where I get another one. But that day is not soon. So I have to say that the mid-range pens are amongst my favorite ones. The, like I said, Caran and the Platinum and the Vanishing Point Décimo are really, like, I use them almost every month. I think sometimes when we get into this hobby, we buy a lot of cheaper pens because they're fun and we want to try them all. But looking back, I would maybe have bought less and like better or higher range pens. I might sell a few of my Echos to get other pens, but I can't be bothered to sell stuff right now. It's just so much mental work. I would love to make more fountain pen videos, but I feel like I would have to buy stuff and I'm not really buying any more pens at the moment. So if you have any ideas or like content that you would like to see, I'd love to know. And finally, I'd love to know which pen made you cross the line between entry-level pens and to more expensive one. So that's it for me today, and I'm really happy that you watched this whole video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I see you very, very soon. Take care and have a lovely day.